Good evening, fellow YouTubers and Peter Felton YouTube channel Muni Math followers slash subscribers. I love it as always when I see comments on my YouTube videos and new subscribers and people spreading the good word, so thank you. I have a special announcement for you regarding my first book, Daily Public Transit Ridership, The Inside Scoop, which was written by me and published traditionally in October of 2012, which was the same year as that Muni celebrated its 100th birthday, or centennial, if you will. Now, I'm not sure how many of you have read that book. I know that it's been checked out from the San Francisco Public Library quite a bit lately, and I'm thrilled to see that. It's been renewed. I noticed one copy has been billed because I guess somebody wanted to hold on to it. So, thank you very much for taking interest, and thanks to those of you who wrote 4 and 5-star reviews of the book on Amazon. I am very grateful. So, the announcement that I have is in regards to the possibility of an updated or second edition of the book. Well, apart from the fact that, 2012 was less than a decade ago, even though Muni has changed considerably, new routes have been added, some old routes have been eliminated, routes have been merged, vehicles have retired, new vehicles have been added to the system and put into service. That's why a lot of people write the books about public transit systems uh, that they do and when they do because of all these updates. And as stated many times in the book and by me and different interviews in newspapers and online with the videos I have of me reading excerpts of daily public transit ridership, I would just like to remind you that the reason I wrote that book was because I wanted to give Muni the modern persona that it deserves on paper. Because so many books up to that point were really more kind of focusing on the pre-World War II era of Muni and other San Francisco Bay Area and world public transit systems. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but time moves forward, and so should public transportation, literarily speaking. In terms of having a second edition of the book, rather than, write a whole part two of daily public transit ridership that says, well, since the publication of this book, all these changes have occurred within Muni, what I have elected to do is instead create, the equivalent of one whole page or paragraph worth of writing in the video descriptions to my Muni Math videos. Because, much of Muni Math, every single time it gets updated via the added videos, is a reflection of the updates in Muni itself. And of course, now that the sfmta.com website gets more and more interactive and more app friendly, people can learn about updates to Muni, just like everything in the world online, like that in a second. So, just in case any of you were wondering as to whether or not I was going to create a second edition, I will not create a second edition in terms of a publication, but every single piece of information that I include with the Muni Math videos will serve as a second edition to Daily Public Transit Ridership, The Inside Scoop. And what was interesting is that I actually conceived Muni Math 7 years before I wrote Daily Public Transit Ridership, and 7 years before I even thought about writing a book about Muni. It wasn't until kind of the late 2000s, early 2010s when I really decided, yeah, I need to write a book about Muni. I'm a native San Franciscan. I've been a lifelong writer and supporter, fanatic of Muni and public transportation. And 2012 was the centennial of Muni, as I mentioned before, so that just seemed like the right time. But chronologically speaking, Muni Math is a little bit older. This year it's celebrating its 15th year and its second full year on YouTube via my self-titled YouTube channel. All right, well, that's what I wanted to share with you all. I hope you are enjoying life and writing Muni and surfing YouTube and everything else. All right, take good care. Thank you for tuning in as always. Feel free to write me with any questions you may have in the comments of this video once it reaches YouTube. I look forward to hearing from you, and as always, love you. All right, take good care. We'll see each other soon online. Goodbye.